Well, this is turning into a very slow evening. We started about 1 o'clock from Fiskebäck earlier today and headed over to pick up some stuff from the boat that I've been working on for some friends over the past couple of weeks. Picked up some tools and some things that I need, and then we set off to fill up the diesel tank, fill up the water, and then we've been sailing down the coast of the Gothenburg archipelago. We started out with a slow northwesterly, which has now turned to southern, and it's blowing maybe 2 meters per second, and of course we are going south, and so yeah, it's taking its time. We've been tacking for a while, but I think it's time to probably motor in if we want to make it into some sort of a port tonight. We're thinking of going to Tistlana, which is a couple of islands in the southern part of the Gothenburg archipelago. They're absolutely beautiful and used to be one of my favorite places as a kid. I think I was there a couple of years ago with Amelia, but I don't think Miranda's been there, so yeah, we're gonna head over there and see what to have for dinner. Don't think there will be any fish for dinner tonight.
No.
The inlet here is really narrow, and there's tons and tons of little rocks and outcroppings under the water, and you have to just try and thread the needle. And I know this area pretty well, but I'm still very nervous every time. How's it looking? Yeah? Looking good. Always a bit of a nerve-wracking experience coming in here, but it's so worth it. We found seagull paradise. Let's go the other way, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, what's this? This right here. All of this.
Blackberry.
What is that? That's blackberry. Yummy. We come back here in August, it's going to be blackberries everywhere. These entire islands are surrounded by reefs and shoals and underwater cliffs. The flora out here is quite distinct, with several species of honeysuckle and meadowsweet and lots of different types of grasses and wild roses. It's so different from just a few miles inland. The smell of the honeysuckle is it's ever present out here, and it's just this thick, sweet, reminiscent of honey, I guess, odor that just permeates the entire island. It's really quite something. There are also wild strawberries everywhere. I should send the girls out to pick some for breakfast.
So on Saturday we left for our summer cruise. We spent Saturday evening and the night at a place called Knippla, which is about 10 miles north of Gothenburg, and then We spent yesterday slogging upwind for 12 hours in 27 knot winds, just motoring up here, and now we're at a place called Hjälten, which is 40 miles north of Gothenburg, just north of Orust Island, and this place is just magical. It's incredibly calm, and we're moored off of the beach. I've never done that before.
At a tree?
Yes, we're moored to a tree, which is pretty cool. It's really
good to have a dinghy.
Oh yes, yeah, we're happy with the dinghy now. It's nice to have, and the swim platform is great too.
Yeah.
There are some things we still need to fix, like this. Yeah, those are. I think we tried to fasten those 3 times with different types of glue, and yeah, this time I'm just going to use a fast curing epoxy, and we're going to get them stuck there permanently for sure now. We also need to put the dodgers back up. That hasn't happened yet. Maybe tonight. I said that last night and the night before. I also still have to mount the level monitor for the waste tank, which I haven't gotten around to yet. So that's another thing I need to do while we're underway. So yeah, there's still plenty of little fixes to get into. The head and galley countertops are pretty much finished. I still need some trim work there, but it's details. I did find the time to put this little piece in here above the head and put in a light as well. So yeah, that looks great now. Overall, I think the comfort level on board has really improved over the past 2 years. It's been so great to be out. And then the dinghy rings have been pretty good. It's a great way to store the dinghy for long-term storage. It's not so great when sailing. It works underway, but in bigger or choppier seas, I am not confident with it. Mostly because of how they're fastened into the swim platform, and I think that can be fixed. But for now, I tend to use it in as calm weather as possible. Also, when you motor, the stern of the boat tends to sit a little lower in the water, and that makes the pontoons of the dinghy they drag in the water, and I'm not too comfortable with that either. But other than that, it's great. It's
the best solution we've found so far.
It is the best solution.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, proper davits would be great, but it's so expensive, and they're really too big to put on a boat like this. So yeah, the dinghy rings overall have been very good, and yeah, we're happy with them. So this afternoon we're leaving for Udavala, which is a city not far from here, about 10 to 15 miles from here, to visit some friends and have dinner. And then tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll see. Maybe we'll stay there for another day or two. But then we have no immediate plans. But I would really love to come back here when it's a little bit warmer and a little bit sunnier, because it's overcast today. But I can imagine staying here in this cove when the weather is perfect and it's a warm sunny day and you can bathe in the cove and go up in the woods up here. There are tons of blueberries, and yeah, it's absolutely lovely, and the kids are loving this place. Well, I think we're gonna get ready to leave.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's go.
yep. What are you seeing? What do you see? Things?
clouds are smiling at us. Someone in the sky is happy. We crossed under two bridges today. The one from Orust, and that's 25 meters. And then this monstrosity that is the E6 motorway to Oslo, which is 107 meters tall. Pretty spectacular. The city of Udavala is located about 20 miles from the coast, so it's a fair bit from the treaded path where all of the tourists tend to sail. So I don't think they see too many visitors. But their marina is right in the center of the city, and it's beautiful, and I have a good friend who lives here, so we're going to be visiting them, and we've invited them down to Marella for dinner tonight, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be a lovely evening. Watching that. So much to do, but so much potential. It says booked, 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 booked. That looks free. So while we're here in Udavala, I was planning to take a look at my DC-DC charger to see if I could figure out why it keeps restarting on me. I think it's due to the fact that there are blade fuses inside the charger, and I was going to see if one of the fuses might have blown. But while I was undoing the charger from the bulkhead, I accidentally shorted out the negative to the charger to the positive line from the consumer batteries, and I'm really freaking happy that I fused everything accurately and made sure that everything is safe when I made the electrical installation a couple of years ago, because this is an 80 amp fuse and it just melted completely. So yeah, I need to find a new fuse, and then I need to put everything back together again carefully. All right, new 80 amp fuse in hand. I can now open up the D250S battery charger and see what the fuses inside this look like. There's a 30 amp fuse there, and there's a 30 amp fuse there. Now, here's the solar input, so I think that is this soldered on there. It kind of looks like it is. All right, well, I'm gonna have to unscrew this board from the whole unit. Well, I managed to get this out, and there's a big fat heat sink on the back. Very sturdy. I mean, nothing immediately that looks like it's broken or burnt up. There's very little logic circuitry. It's basically a power MOSFET, a couple of capacitors, inductors. Nothing too complicated. I'm not sure on the back side if there's something yet. 4 power MOSFETs there, connected to the heatsink. There's something as well. There's some regulator, I guess, for the solar panel. Okay, so I've got my multimeter set to measuring resistance, and so let's check the resistance on across the fuses. This is 0, perfect. And this is, oh, hello, 126 kilo ohms. Yeah, that is definitely suspicious. And the final fuse, 0. All right then, I do believe we have a busted fuse. And that is... Alright, well, let's desolder that bad boy.
take a while to warm this up because I suspect there's a pretty beefy ground plane here, but being able to preheat this would be nice. I mean, I could stick it in the oven for a while. Darling, can I preheat the charger circuit board in the oven for a while?
What?
Can I preheat the charger circuit board in the oven for a while?
No. Please don't.
Why not? It seemed like such a great idea.
Not for the oven.
Not for the oven. I'm not going to have the oven much. Oh, yep. Okay. That was more trouble than I anticipated. I got a new fuse soldered on, but for anyone else trying this, I thoroughly recommend just cutting off the old fuse and soldering a new fuse to the legs of the old one, which is what I ended up doing in the end. I got the circuit board out and I tried to desolder the fuse from the underside, and I accidentally lifted the pad on the underside and had to repair it. There's a resistor going from one of the legs on this fuse to one of the power planes here, and well, it's a very, very tiny resistor, and I had to solder that back on, and it was quite a pain. So yeah, I absolutely recommend just cutting the fuse off instead of trying to desolder it if you're going to do this. But I've got a new fuse on. I think I repaired the lifted pad, so I'm going to put this back together and well, we'll see if it still works. I'm not holding my breath, but you know, it's worth a try at least. And success! Hopefully this is going to work tomorrow too. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, but yeah, I hope this is finally fixed now. We've had 3 wonderful days here in Udavala, visiting some friends, hanging out, and just waiting out the bad weather, because it's been a couple of very windy days. But this morning we're getting ready to leave, and we're going to head back out to the coast. And hopefully this evening the wind is going to die down a little bit, and we're going to have a nice evening sail heading north, and we'll see where we end up. I was hoping for a bit calmer seas, but it's still gusting up to 27 knots out here, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not too keen on motoring with the wind up our noses for 5 or 6 hours today, so yeah, we'll see what it looks like once we get out onto the strait out here. It's a heron. It always feels like the mast is taller than what it really is, or the bridge is lower than what it really is. Woo! Looks like the wind has died down a little bit. It's gusting up to 6-7 meters per second right now, and
yeah, it doesn't look too bad. So if the weather turns out to be very nasty, then we're probably planning to go to Lysekil and wait out the weather for a couple of hours, see if it calms down. Otherwise, well, we probably still need to go there to fuel up. And yeah, we'll see how far we get today. Okay, just had a quick stop to fuel up and empty the holding tank. And yeah, now we're off again and see if we can hopefully set sail and finally experience some sailing on this sailing cruise. Finally sailing! Extremely satisfying. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to make it very far today because it's getting fairly late. So we're going to find an anchorage as nearby as possible, probably within a couple miles, and stop for the day. And yeah, we'll continue north tomorrow, I think. Come, walk down. Down that way. Yeah.
An ostrich egg.
That's not an ostrich egg. I think that's a seagull egg, or possibly a goose egg.
It's destroyed.
No, don't touch it. What you got there? Oh, look at that.
Another one.
What's that?
Something from.
Is it from a fish? It's not from an octopus. It's from a cuttlefish. They're very closely related to the octopus.
Squid.
Not the squid, cuttlefish. Have you seen a cuttlefish?
No.
I think they have them at Harvardshuis.
But how does it? What does a cuttlefish look like?
Okay, so this thing is hollow and it's filled with a gas. I don't know if it's air, but it's filled with something that's lighter than water. Okay, and so they help the fish float. And the bone structure is rigid, so it helps them maintain their shape. Because you know that cuttlefish and octopus and squid, they don't have any skeletons.
Yeah.
Alright? And it would be difficult for them to move around if they couldn't maintain their shape.
Well, what is this then?
Okay, so you hold that. Hold it out. So this is the top of the cuttlefish, and here's the tail. Over here is the tail, and on here was the head. So the head was connected here, and the head kind of bends down like that.
The torso?
So this is more like the back. So this is what the cuttlefish has instead of a backbone.
A cuttlefish look more like a squid than an octopus, right?
I think so. Well, I think they look like kind of an in between octopus and squid. Well, we're off again. We found a lovely little spot alongside the rocks. Yeah, I wish we could have stayed longer, but we really want to push further north today, so we're setting off towards the Sultan Canal, which is about 15 miles northwest of here, and then we'll see where we end up today. The weather is really lovely. It's like 24-25 degrees out and 7 to 8 meters per second. Due west, northwest. So yeah, we're probably going to see some sailing today. All right, let's get that boom cover off. It's the 17th of July and it's Lena's birthday! Yay! So we're heading into a small town called Udavala, where we actually booked a berth for the night, which is something we usually never do, but yeah. Figured the occasion warrants... yes, we have a cake in the fridge, and the occasion warrants a berth at some nice marina where we can hopefully find a nice place where we can go out and have a bite to eat. And yeah, it's going to be great. What are we doing?
Pizza.
Pizza! Yeah, we're gonna go have pizza.
Dyra pizzor, men
Yeah, that was probably the most expensive pizza I've had in forever. But yeah, they were good. They were good. Good pizzas. Are you happy with your birthday dinner?
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
and cake.
And cake, yes. Frozen cake from the supermarket, but still, cake is cake. We put up the official "There are kids on board who want to play" flag. Well, we had a short sail yesterday to a place called Glupe, which is one of the most popular places on the west coast, and you can see that there is enormous amounts of boats around here today. It's probably the most I've seen ever in this anchorage, and yeah, it's just bonkers. But we're going to stay here for the day, and we're going to have a barbecue, and we're going to hang out with some friends who we met here, and then tomorrow we'll see where we end up. Oh my goodness. I think I counted about 170 boats. So yeah, there's plenty of people who wanted to come out here for the good weather. It's supposed to be about 24-25 degrees today, and it certainly is that. And tomorrow it might even creep up towards the 30s. So yeah, hopefully a couple of fantastic days out here at Glupe outside of Fjällbacka on the Bohuslän coast. Three, two, one.
That is so... Woo.
So cold.
No?
Yes.
No.
It looks really cold.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, we left Glupe early this morning, and we are heading out to Verana, which is an archipelago of islands outside of the coast, about 2-3 miles from the coast, so not too far, but they are kind of isolated and have their own little very unique environment, unique biotope out there with their own fauna and flora, so lots to look at. But I'm pretty sure we're not going to get a berth because it's very full, like everywhere. All of the anchorages we've been to are just packed. So since we're going to arrive fairly late in the day, at least probably at 1, yeah, slightly after lunch probably, I expect everything to be very full. But beautiful weather today, lots of sail out, lots of jannikers and spinnakers, beautiful colours, and just wonderful day for sailing. Yes, go on. 3, 2, 1. Jump across.
But I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No. Need help. 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 You have short legs. Help. I have short legs. Here you go.
But I can't jump.
No, you don't have to jump. You can just take a big step with your short legs. Short legs. Whoop. There you go.
Yay, I don't have short legs anymore.
We ended up spending the day and night at Verana. We didn't get a spot at the marina, but we found a lovely place against the rock on the backside of the island. We managed to chisel ourselves into between two motorboats, and yeah, had really friendly neighbours and a very lovely evening. But we're very tired, so today we're gonna head down south to Lysekil and start to round this cruise off. We're gonna meet up with the friends from the Maxi 95 that I was working on earlier this season, and hopefully spend a couple of days traveling south with them. We'll see what they do, but I hope we can spend a night or two in Lysekil before we start heading south. It's the 21st today, and we want to be home for the 27th or so at the latest. So yeah, we're looking forward to almost another week at least of cruising south. Today is, well, there's a,
Can hardly see the island.
yeah, there's a fog out today, and so we're traveling very slowly. We've got maybe 250, 300 meters of vision, so we're gonna head down towards the coast, and hopefully the fog will let up once we get closer to the coast. But with the wind in our backs and this little wind, we're gonna just take it slow and see where we end up. It's very humid today. It's still fairly warm, but about 25 degrees, and yeah, everything feels sticky. So we've spent about 3 or 4 hours motoring this afternoon down from Verana towards Smögen. There's been no wind, basically no wind, and yeah, the seas have been very calm. So we did a spot of fishing, pulled up a few mackerels, which we're going to fry up tonight for dinner, and we're heading into Smögen to see if we can find a spot in the marina. There is one marina on the east side of the island, which is more family oriented, and then the old fishing harbour on the west side is kind of infamous for being a party place sort of thing. So we certainly don't want to go there. We're going to take a look and see if we can find a spot in the marina. Otherwise, we'll just fill up on water and head out and find a nice island to moor to. But yeah, it's been a lovely day. It's been very foggy now. It's kind of hazy. We can see Smögen from here, and we're about a mile from the shore. But yeah, the sight's been pretty limited today, so hasn't been a lot to look at. But on the other hand, lots of good fishing, and generally just very chill. So yeah, we'll see what happens when we get into Smögen. Well, we couldn't find a spot in the marina, but we found a beautiful anchorage just outside of Kungshamn, which is just east of Smögen. And yeah, we're just moored here against the island and boiling up some potatoes, getting ready to fry up the mackerels that we caught today. And the girls found some wild raspberries, so Lena's going to bake us a cake later, and we're going to have that for dessert. Yeah, the weather cleared up as well. The fog is gone. It's still a bit hazy, but not too bad.
Action.
What did you find?
Big jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
There's a lot of jellyfish. It's raining.
It's raining. We were due some better weather. We've had great weather all of this cruise up until now. After we go drop this off at the boat, what are we going to do?
Going to Havatus.
Havatus, what's that?
It's aquarium.
It's an aquarium, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice one. It's kind of small, but it's very nice.
But it's tradition to go there every year.
It's true, we go every year. Yeah. What would you like about Havatus then?
Blue big lobster.
The blue big lobster? Yeah. Well, let's see if the big lobster is still there.
I don't think so.
You don't think? I didn't see it last year. Maybe they have a new lobster.
Yeah. I hope so.
You hope so?
They
Yeah.
have some stingrays and
They have stingrays.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they have sharks.
they have stingrays where the lobster was or is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. And they have sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yes,
Not-
they
not
have
in-
sharks.
not-
No, not in the same pool.
No.
No. Hey Miranda,
I have a travel pillow.
what did you find?
Travel pillow.
A travel pillow? That does not look like a travel pillow. Oh. Bangolf.
Bamboo.
Bangolf. What's Bangolf?
So bamboo.
Mini golf. Mini golf.
They want to ban golf.
Bangolf. They don't want to ban golf. Maybe. I don't think they're making a political statement, darling. Hmm? Ice cream? It's raining.
Yeah.
Oh, careful, careful. Oh my god. I just came back to the boat and look what Miranda found. Like a humongous spider. Look at that. Look at that thing. It's cute. I doubt Mummy thinks it's cute.
I don't think it's cute.
Yeah, I like spiders. This is a friendly spider though. It's just.
Oh my god! It's
Where is it?
no.
It's in your hair, darling.
It's on my arm.
Yeah. Here, can you get it? Can you get it ashore? Come up here and get it ashore. Just walk. It's gonna stay on you. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
come on. It's on her back. Hello.
It loves me.
He loves you. The spider loves you. I think it's a she. Most spiders that you see are females, aren't they? The males are like tiny ones. Here, let me see. Let me see it. Here. Wow, look at that guy. Yeah. He's gonna take it for a walk. Okay, you go.
It's windy. Very windy.
It's very windy. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it time to go home? Yeah. Bad weather's coming, so
It already is bad.
yeah, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna be raining for a couple of days, so we thought it was just as well to head home now. So
Yeah.
we're on our way home today. How does that feel?
Well, we won't be home, but in Fiskebäck.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. But we're back in the flat tomorrow. Yeah. Sad but good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naturally,
on the last day of the cruise, this happens. I stick my head out there and my entire body goes, nope. Free showers.
Well, kinda.
What's cooking?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Woohoo!
Food.
Well, thanks for a lovely 2 weeks. I wish they were 4 weeks,
Yeah.
but maybe next year we can have more time.
Can you slow down a little?
Yep. Well, that's it for now. If you've enjoyed this episode, please help us out by leaving a like. It really does make a big difference. And press subscribe and hit the notification bell to follow us on our journey. You can also follow us on social media. Check out the links below for that. And thank you so much for watching. Fair winds.